Hi, it's Carly McAvoy. Looking at assignments today in Canvas, on my home page I have a couple of modules, but I want to create another module, which I'm going to do in the next video, and add some assignments to it. So I want to first make the assignments. And so I'm going to come over here and click on assignments. I have the assignments button set so that students would not be able to see it. I want them to see assignments through modules if possible. In my assignment area, I have groups, and each group has a value attached to it if I want it to be part of the grade. And you can always create another group by clicking on Add Assignment Group button right here and add whatever you want to call it. Once you have one, if you don't want it, you could delete it very easily. Or you can come over here and click on assignment groups weight, and you can change the weight of your groups. So I have my groups weights already set the way I want them, but if I go down further, you can see that some of my groups are 0% of my class, which is okay too. You can add things in there and not make them add into the grade. So the reason you might do that, for me, I want to have my videos available. And I want them to be able to, I want to put those into the modules, but I don't want those to count as points for the students. And so I have that as 0%. That way it's there, I can put them in, but it's not going to change their grade if they watch the video or not. And I just want to show you something about this video. I don't have a due date set for these because I leave them up all quarter, but I could, if I wanted to, edit this from the assignment page. And once it comes up, you can see what I have in here is I have a link to the videos, and I also have a link to a document where they can print these out or just have them on their screen and follow the video with the notes. That's all I have in this assignment. I have it set for 0 points. You could add some points to that if you wanted. I don't have them submit anything for this. I just want them to go and look at the videos. No submission required. I assign it to everyone. And I don't have a due date, but I could put a due date in here. I could say this is due April 1st and it's only available until the 10th or something like that. I can see reasons to do that, but not for the videos. I want them up all quarter. They can watch them whenever they want. So I can also, at this point, add a rubric if I wanted, if I was going to give points to this. So this is where you can find your rubric. So that's just some things you can do for an assignment, and that is a very basic assignment where there is nothing to do. Now, if I want to put in something with the questions, I'm going to look at this assignment right here. So I have this one. I'm going to click on it. And what I have in here is a video that I want them to watch, but I also am going to ask them a few questions about it because this is one that I am requiring them to watch and have a questions about it. So if I wanted to edit this one, what I'm going to get first is I can change the details of it. I have this link and I say there's going to be 4 questions that follow. In this one I put it's a graded quiz, and it tells you what assignment group it's in, which you can change it there. I don't allow one attempt on this. They watch the video, they answer the questions, and then I let them see the quiz responses because they can't take it twice. They can see their correct answers after they're done. And then down here, I do have a due date for this quiz. And this is just from my last quarter, so I'm going to need to change that due date to match the new quarter, whatever I decide that to be. I can go in and change that. Notice I can change the time down here or the date. And then I could say it's available from until, and I don't do that. For these videos, I also let them work on those past the due date. Whatever I do, I always want to save because it's not going to save that due date unless I change it. But I also, let's say, want to check out the questions. So I can go into questions, and then they have 4 questions that they're supposed to ask. So if I want to edit any one of those questions, I can click on it. And this one, this is a multiple choice question. So I've got multiple choices down here, and it says which one is the correct answer. And it also says in this question how many points it's worth. And I can always change that, and then I can update the question. If you don't click update, then it won't save any changes that you make. But even if you do click update, you still have to come down and click save in the end, because you always have to save whatever you do. So that's how I could change something. And this quiz is also a video like the first one I showed you, but in this one I've also included 4 follow-up questions, which makes that a little bit different. And in the next video, I'll actually create a couple assignments. This first one, I just kind of wanted to show you what's out there. So these are all quizzes. You see this little quiz symbol. Those are quizzes. But I could also have something that isn't a video, that's an assignment. So I could have, let's go down here to something where I've got a 96 homework assignment. The 96 homework assignments are completed at a different site. Having a hard time getting that button to click. There we go. So you can see that I have that set up and I have a due date. But what does that look like when I go to this site? I just have this set up this way, where every time they open it, it says go to MathXL to complete it, because I don't want them to be trying to work it at this site. I'm just saying go there. Later, I will import the grades from there. I have it in an assignment group. I know how many points it is. I want that to display as points in the grade book. They don't need to submit anything here because they're going to MathXL to do that. And I have a due date here. I don't have a due until date here because the due dates are taken care of at the other site. So it'll lock them out from there eventually anyway. So this is one where I don't have them doing anything at the site, and it's just a reminder they don't need to do anything. But I've got a placeholder in here because I want to remember to put the grade in there eventually for that. Okay, that's enough for the first video, and I'll do more in the next one about creating an actual assignment.